The digital circus situation right now is crazy. Sorry, guys, I was just possessed by moist critical. But, digital circus. So, I've been a fan of digital circus since October 2023 when it first came out. I remember the excruciating wait for episode 2, being super excited for episode 8 or episode 3, knowing it was like a 2-month wait for episode 4, and then like a 5-month wait, and then the decently long wait for episode 5. Episode 5 to episode 6 was a super quick wait, same with episode 6 to 7, and same with 7 to 8, and 8 to 9 was the most excruciating wait, besides 1 to 2. But I've been a fan of it for a while, and a lot of people have not been a fan of the digital circus The Last Act, so let's get into it right now. So if you don't know, Digital Circus is a web show where a bunch of people got trapped in an amazing digital circus. So basically, that show has recently come to an end with the digital circus, or with the amazing digital circus, The Last Act. Now, a lot of people haven't really liked it and have had very, very negative, thoughts on the show's finale, but I personally didn't think so. But I'm gonna try to give you guys a spoiler-free review, and if I do need to say a spoiler, I'll bleep it out. But basically, I don't know where I was going with that. I honestly forget. But so here, look at this little guy. Look at that little guy. Okay, so the Amazing Digital Circus is the first indie animated show to get a theatrical release. I have a poster and a popcorn bucket of it. I really, really liked it. I thought it was a good ending to the show. I was a fan of Stranger Things, and nothing disappointed me more than season 5. That was probably the worst thing I've ever watched.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But The Last Act was the Amazing Digital Circus episodes 8 and 9. Episode 8, it was already a thing, and came out in, I think, March. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think March. And everybody thought it was good, and everyone was super, super excited for episode 9. But something that I was excited for was to see what they did with characters. And I thought what they did with characters in episode 9 was good. Now, it's kind of hard to do a video like this, a commentary video on a thing that some people haven't seen yet, that came out like earlier this month. But there are a lot of things that I have to say to do all that. So still, I'm gonna try to make it spoiler free, as I've mentioned before. But I was really excited to see what they did with the characters, and they ended up doing some good stuff with each character. each and every one. The one thing I am going to say about it, without too much spoilers, is sad. In my opinion, it was pretty sad. It's one thing I'm gonna say. Also, if you're a big Digital Circus fan, and you have any merch, and you haven't seen it yet, bring that to the theater. I had a Jax plushie, because I'm a big Jax fan, and I'm sad that I didn't bring him. But so a lot of people have said that it was just all around boring, which that's how I felt with the last episode of Stranger Things. It was just boring, all around boring. With Digital Circus, no, it wasn't. I really liked, as I've mentioned multiple times, I really liked it. But I don't really have a script for this, so I'm kind of making stuff up with the stuff I know. They also, yeah, it's actually kind of cool. But a lot of people didn't like what they did with some characters. Personally, I was fine with them. Personally, but that's it. Sorry if this video is boring. At the end, I have some stuff to say. So, the last thing I'm gonna say is that they say they focused on a character way too much. And you can probably do all that. You can probably piece it together with the poster here. This. But they did focus on that guy a lot. But I thought it was fine. I didn't really care. The episode was good and all that stuff. We got Kaufmo's voice reveal. This guy's voice got revealed. And all that stuff. Kaufmo. But, yeah. That's really all I'm gonna say. But now we got some stuff. I'm gonna go do stuff in canyons. Alright, so first things first. First things first, this is probably gonna be my last long-form video before marching band, because that starts in late June for me, meaning I can only record in, which means I can only record on weekends, which is pretty sad. Which is honestly pretty sad, but, yeah. Also, I have a channel, just with regular gaming. I will be posting some videos on there. I have a Digital Circus video here. It's about the amazing digital dating simulator. But basically that. And also, you may be wondering, it's mid-June, not late June. It just went from day to night. Yeah, that scared me. But, you may be wondering, it's the middle of June. Not, wait, it's the middle of June, not late June, which is, but there's some insane games and movies that came out recently, like The Last Act. Like The Last Act. The Backrooms, which I probably will make one more video, record it this week. So that might be my last video before marching band. But that probably is going to be my last one before marching band. But the Backrooms movie, phenomenal movie. I really liked it. I'll also talk about that situation in the Backrooms video. But the last thing is Deltarune. I'm a huge Deltarune fan. And the only thing of merch that I have, sadly, is a Lancer plushie. I have a Lancer plushie. It's right here. But Deltarune is coming out literally like 5 days before marching band starts, which means I am gonna binge watch it and watch a bunch of videos for the next week. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye!
Goblin corn on plate.